with Earle Sports Bets. Yeah, the twins, they be checking in. Stacking up, green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today, it's something that we've been waiting for a little bit now. Hockey is back. All right. Woo! Hockey back. We have 2 games in the NHL today, and then we have, I think, 6 in the NBA. No betting allowed. The National Blowout Association.
I got 1 play in the NBA tonight.
I haven't bet anything in the NBA today, and I'm very reluctant to because anything I touch in the NBA turns into shit. And we'll go over that because we'll recap what happened yesterday, and yesterday reminds me why I hate the NBA so much. Washington Wizards plus 11.5, loser. Memphis Grizzlies plus 18, lose by 30.
Can we quickly address something in that game, Nick? And one of the main reasons why I didn't play that game. Normally a roster in the NBA has 15 players on it. The Memphis Grizzlies had 13 injuries yesterday. So 2 guys, which was Luke Kennard and somebody else, like a far bench player, and then it's an all G League team. So it makes sense why they got blown out. But anyways, go ahead.
Yeah. So I didn't know that, but Indiana, Charlotte, I bet the over, and they throw out bricks for the first quarter, scoring 39 points, and it was dead in the water from there. I even live bet the over 215.5 and over 220.5 in that game. It got up to a 231.5 live line. Game lands on 214. What? Houston, Minnesota, under 221.5 was a winner. Hooray. And then Milwaukee, Utah was looking good for the first little bit. And then Milwaukee chooses to score 12 points in the fourth quarter. And that absolutely kills my over. So 1-4 down 2.05 units or down 2.04 units in the NBA yesterday overall. Same thing. I'm tired of the NBA. I hate the NBA. Therefore, I will still bet stuff in the NBA today just because content, but I am so tired of no betting allowed. It's just been rough. Tim?
Oh, sorry. I didn't know you were done. Yesterday was not a good day, and I will say part of the reason was soccer. Rough day there, 1-3. It is what it is. Wisconsin was competitive for the first half. And then I think they went 0 for 9 to start the second half on 3-pointers and completely fell apart. The Detroit Pistons were keeping it close for a while and then lost the fourth quarter by 9 points and didn't cover the spread. You mentioned the Pacer over did not get there. At least Minnesota covered for me. They won by 21. And there's something wrong with the Milwaukee Bucks. There is something wrong with them.
Can I guess? They hired Doc Rivers.
Well, they fired the coach that got him number 2 in the East. Because the Bucks were up 12 points going into the fourth quarter, Nick. The Jazz won by 15. Yeah.
Mathing there.
So Jazz money line never in doubt. They won the fourth quarter 40-13. Just batshit crazy. We're still down on the day. We went 3-6. At least I got 2 out of. Oh, I split out there. Hopefully, got a better day today. We got 2 college basketball plays, 1 NBA play, and then whatever you put up for hockey. So we'll see how it goes.
Yep. Head over to the chat, and then we'll get into today's card.
Morning, twins. Good morning. Another day, another dollar. Let's get it. my guys, ESB here for the Goldilocks. There is no such thing as gold. There is no such thing as locks. Let's get ready to rumble. NHL better than anything. No.
Yes.
No, MLB starts up soon. That's better. That's the best sport. UCF, no. Or UFC, no. What's up, my guys? Let's get it. Let's catch today. Hit the like button, people. Social appreciation, subscribe, and share. Tim, you know the rest of the same, my dog. Let's get it. Let's do it. Boo UFC. NHL, no. I'm a rich bitch. Oh, get it, Cameron. Dave Chappelle. Gotcha. What up, my guys? Sorry I haven't been on the stream for a few days. Work has kicked my ass. It's all good. Yesterday hit a parlay with the Magic, Suns, Clippers, Wolves, Thunder, Jazz. Can't wait for hockey. Thanks for the insight. Let's do it. Hockey is the least rigged of the big four sports. No. I don't think any of them. Well, no, besides Chiefs games. NBA, no betting allowed. There you go. No, I have one bet today, so I'm not going to fully disagree with you. I like Cavaliers and Leafs today. What do the Cavaliers play? Who did they play? They play against the Kings. I don't hate the Cavs today. I did not bet that game. I don't hate them, though. This past weekend, for the first time, I went wrong for betting a UFC when Molly snapped that girl's arm to cash the plus 700. Molly by submission was an emotional overload. Snapped her arm? Sheesh.
Molly Meatball's back.
Wisconsin. I felt so dirty making thousands of dollars at the expense of jeez. Ouch. Okay. Bucks yesterday, shake my head, 40-13 in the fourth quarter. Jazz money line, never in doubt. Never in doubt with them Jazz. Ready for NHL?
Yes.
Whole 2 games. NHL comes back tomorrow. Yes, sir. What up, Twins? What up, money line? We got a Stacks pod. Didn't click on it. Stacks pod. Jackson State -1.5. I was looking at Jackson State. Who do they got today? Because Jackson State is 8-13, and they're 1.5 point favorites against 12-9 Southern. So I don't know. I'm happy with the 2 college basketball plays we got. College basketball less rigged. I agree. Wow, Cameron coming in with a $20 donate saying lunch money for the Twins. Go get them Bojangles. Let's do it. Nick, Bojangles today on camera. Let's go.
Hell yeah. All right.
Beal went out. Sorry, we do appreciate it. Beal went into Washington yesterday and showed out against his former team. They blew out Washington, and Beal went for 43 points against his old team. Go figure. He shows up to play because it's usually KD. There you go. Kawhi Leonard looks like the best player in the NBA last night. You forgot that Nikola Jokic is still a player in the NBA, or Booker, yeah. But Bradley Beal homecoming was successful. Yes, it was for him. Tim, I had a dream last night that the who? You're gonna have Marco. I normally can understand you. That VLCKAW. Right, if you're able to fix that one a little bit, I normally can understand you. I got nothing.
That the Claw.
Bradley Beal definitely flexed.
That the Claw was traded to Denver, so Kawhi was a Nugget. Did I get that right? That the Claw was traded to Denver.
No,
that was your dream. Did I get that right, Marcos? The Claw, Kawhi Leonard would be a Denver Nugget.
We'll see. We'll talk the hockey games first. We'll start off we got 2 New York games today. I will say that, and that's the only thing that's in hockey. Avalanche and the Rangers. It's a pick'em, 6.5 total. I'll say I'm gonna start firing away tomorrow. I'm not gonna bet this slate. So Nick, have at it.
Yeah. Let's take a look at this game here. We have the New York Rangers. They opened up at a -110. It's down to a -107. So it's a slight move towards the Colorado Avalanche. Line opened up at a 6.5 at even money. It's up to a 6.5 at -114. So we have a move towards the over, and we have a move towards the Avalanche. In this one here, we do have 72% of the tickets and 55% of the cash is on the Avalanche, which explains the line move towards the Avalanche. So, granted, 3,300 tickets in, so okay sample size there. We have 50% of the tickets and 59% of the cash is on the over. The line's moving towards the over here as well. I agree. The market makes sense on that. My projection in this game was 6.05 goals, so I do have a lean towards the under in this game. However, keep an eye out on who the goaltenders might be. I'm projecting Georgiev and Shesterkin, but with that being said, I would not be surprised if it's backup goaltenders, because remember where Shesterkin and Georgiev last played in Toronto at the All-Star game. So I would not be surprised to see if it is a Ninen for the
Nick,
Avalanche.
let's be realistic. They played all of 10 minutes each.
And quick for the Rangers. I'm just saying, keep an eye out. I would not be surprised if they went with backup goaltenders in this game. All right. That being said, if they were to go to backup goaltenders, I like the Rangers' chances even better. And I am on the New York Rangers at -115 is what I got them at here. I think this line should have been more like -135, -140 in this spot for the Rangers. And I see value here at home at the Garden here for New York. So I'll get it started here. The New York Rangers here, -115. And a little spoiler to the next game. I think a New York parlay could be in order for today. Plus 348 for those interested.
By the way, yes, Nick, you were right. It was the there you go. That was almost English. That was English. Avs moneyline McKinnon over 1.5. As much as I would love to see the Rangers lose, I don't see it. I like the under for both games.
Be careful with that, because I would actually look towards playing overs after the break. We've seen in years past that overs hit at a better clip after the break. Before the break is more unders. After the break is more overs. It's one thing I've picked up on. So keep an eye on that.
There you go. That's what I was trying to say. My bad. Dream. Leonard was traded to Denver, and they best Orlando at home, 132 to 113. I've seen plenty of trade scenarios where oh, Denver will trade Dallas for Luka Doncic and they'll give away Jamal Murray and this and that and this. I'm like, oh, please no. I'd rather keep Murray on the team than have to give away everything. We built up a nice bench. Let's not trade for a big guy. Oh well. Georgiev revenge game.
If he plays, please keep an eye out. It would not surprise me to see backup goaltenders in this game.
It would. They played 10 minutes. They played 10 minutes in the All-Star game.
I'm aware. I'm aware. But that means that they haven't been at practice.
Well, didn't most of the team end up going to freaking Mexico anyway?
Well, yeah. But I mean, maybe that was just. I'm just saying, keep an eye out. Keep an eye out. Even with Georgiev and Shesterkin, I like the Rangers.
Avs will cover plus 1.5. That's got to be what?
That's minus 250. I'm not shocked. I mean,
well, how about this one, Nick?
Yeah, I kind of teased it last game. Let's get into this one here. We have the New York Islanders and the Toronto Maple Leafs. We have the Maple Leafs opening up at a minus 161. It's now down to a 154. So we have a move towards the New York Islanders in this game. Line opened up at a 6.5 at minus 108. It's now a 6.5 at minus 118. So both games moving towards the over. 69% of the tickets are on the over, no cash flow. And then we have 87% of the tickets and 92% of the cash is on the Toronto Maple Leafs. We have about 4,000 tickets in, and the line has moved towards the Islanders. Now, yeah, I see it in the chat. That's probably a really, really good look in this game, the draw. And I wouldn't be surprised if both these games went to overtime. But when you look at these two teams, the Maple Leafs should not be laying minus 160 in this spot. I had them more around minus 120, minus 125 in this game. So I see value here on the road team. And I look for momentum to be broken come All-Star break. What did we see heading into the All-Star break? Oh, yeah. Toronto is coming in off of back-to-back wins against Winnipeg and Seattle. They won 3 in a row and 4 of their last 5 heading into the break. The Islanders lost 3 in a row and 7 of their last 8 heading into the break. So this is an Islanders team that could look to kill some moment or look for that negative momentum to be killed. And the Leafs, you look for that positive momentum to be killed in this game here. Also, what did the Leafs just do this weekend that maybe could lead to a little bit of a letdown? They hosted the All-Star game. So this is a Leafs team that this could be an emotional letdown. I mean, they had a few players in the All-Star game as well. I know they only played 10 minutes, blah, 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 blah. But Matthews was there. Nylander was there. And I feel like there was one more Leaf in that game. But for me, this is Islanders all day. This line is way too wide. Also, keep an eye on the injury report. The Islanders' blue line could be getting almost solidified tonight because Ryan Pulock is a game-time decision. If that's the case, then we would be seeing basically the full-strength blue line for the New York Islanders, if that would be the case, for the first time in what feels like forever, where we would have Noah Dobson, Alexander Romanov on the top line, Pelech with Pulock, and Mayfield with Riley or Aho. So they would have the full blue line available and healthy and ready to go, which has not been during their little bit of a losing streak in this one here. So I'm on the Islanders here. I think this is a team that is going to be bet on in the second half. They're getting healthier. They got Varlamov back before the break. They're potentially getting Ryan Pulock back tonight. The only guys that are really missing right now are Robert Bertuzzo, Matt Martin, and Casey Cizikas. Those are the big names that they're missing right now, which that fourth line took a little hit. But, I mean, Matt Martin could be back in, and it would be McLean and Clutterbuck with them. So I don't hate that line. The third line with Pacho, Holstrom, and Wallstrom. I mean, this is, I think, a formidable Islanders team now that they're getting healthier. To be a little bit more bet on in the second half. So I am on the Islanders at plus 135 today. I don't mind the New York parlay as well.
Good luck to you. I'll start betting hockey again tomorrow. I love Virginia and Kansas. Well, our only two plays of the day, money line, are Miami and Kansas State. So I'm against you on both. Good luck. Islanders, hopefully not a draw. Islanders money line. Hopefully it's in regulation. Leafs minus 1.5. Matthews goal. Nylander over points. Marner assist. Barzell over 1.5 assist. Bethune Cookman minus 1.5. Who are the Cookmen playing? That'd be Alabama A&M. I don't know. I kind of lean A&M, but not gonna get it. I feel like they didn't party as much in Toronto like they did last year in Miami. Could be.
Maybe.
Brock Nelson goal. Morning, gentlemen. Good morning, Untouchable. That's fair. Okay. Let's head into the association, Nick, where I have one play, and it's in the first game.
This is a tricky game here. We have the Philadelphia 76ers. They opened up as 1-point favorites yesterday. They're now 1.5-point dogs in this game. We have a line move from 242.5 at the opening number up to a 243. So we have a slight move towards the over. We have a dog to favorite line movement towards the Dallas Mavericks. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game here, where we have let's get this over to the NBA. There we go. Where we have this line with 39% of the tickets and 87% of the cash is on the spread for the Sixers. 44% of the tickets, 77% of the cash on the spread on the money line for the Sixers. Yet they've gone from a favorite to a dog, which is kind of interesting there. And then we have 78% of the tickets are on the over, and the line has moved towards said over. My projection for this game, and this is what really makes it really tricky, is I think my numbers are still working towards adjusting to no Embiid. I'm still trying to find that happy medium, but I have the Sixers as 6-point favorites in this game at home. But that's more full strength. I need to bump them down a few. Even then, let's say you bump them down 3 points without Embiid. I still have them as a 3-point favorite in this game. One thing that's kind of concerning for me is why they've gone from a dog to a favorite, or a favorite to a dog in this one here. And I had this game projected around 240.5, so it's a slight lean towards the under, but probably not going to be a bet for me. I'm kind of concerned on why this line has moved the way it has, which makes me kind of want to stay off this game. It'd be Sixers or nothing for me, but I just can't get behind it.
Because everybody still wants to overreact with Embiid being out. I like the Sixers in this one. That's the only real spot that I like today, and I think it's just a good spot for him because this is a team that's lost 4 out of 5 on a road trip, won the last game, came home, got blown out by the Nets. I think you need some players to step up. Maxey has stepped up. Other than him, there hasn't really been that much. But on the opposite side, it's just Luka. This is not a Mavericks team that I trust at all. I would go towards I like the Sixers in this one. I got their money line at minus 105 last night.
Mm-hmm.
I like
when was the last time we saw Embiid?
5 games ago. We saw him for like a couple minutes for the Portland game, which was right after the Nuggets game, and then he got hurt again, and they kept him out.
One thing we've kind of noticed with this Sixers team, and this is kind of what's concerning about this game for the Sixers, I think, is defensively they've been bad without Embiid. They gave up 130 points to the Blazers, 119 to the Warriors, 124 to the Jazz, and 136 to the Nets. I don't know if you can really trust the Sixers team. They're 1-3 without him since he left against the in that Blazers game. Granted, this will be their second home game after a long road trip, so maybe this is a decent spot for them. They are 17-7 at home. I want to take a look when you're going over the chat. What is their record without Joel Embiid this year? So I'm going to look that up and figure that out.
Philly money line, yes. I can't back the ass tonight. Major hangover after All-Star weekend, especially when you see the players. Baram enjoying his week in Mexico. There you go. Bookies don't know anything. That's why the line changes. There you go. Taking Luka double-double in Mavs first half. I don't hate it. Luka double-double has to be like minus 400. Well, it's parlayed together. Mavs, Maxey over points. Maxey's going to have to be over points if they want anything to do with winning this game. Now we get to a bunch of gross games that I may or may not have back. Well, and a couple of them are kind of ugly, but I don't know if I wanted to get after anything.
Yeah, and real quick, we've had 14 games without Embiid this year. I want to take a guess what their straight-up record is without Embiid.
Like 2-12.
This is going to end up,
2-12.
4-10.
Yeah.
So that's going to be enough to keep me off that game. We'll move on though, where we have the Charlotte Hornets and the LA Lakers. The Lakers 11.5-point favorites, total of 227.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here, where we saw this line opened up at a minus 10.5 for the Lakers, up to an 11.5. Line opened up at a 231, and it's down to a 227. We've been seeing this with Hornets games, that these totals have been dropping 3-4 points from the opening line. Taking a look at the cash flow in this game here, where we have 83% of the tickets are on the under, which explains why this line has moved from a 231 down to a 227.5, 228 range. We have 83% of the tickets and 91% of the cash is on the Los Angeles Lakers in this game. So we have a move towards the Lakers, and we have a move towards the under in this game. Now, Charlotte coming in off of that game against the Pacers last night, which is going to end up probably keeping me off the Hornets in this game. I have this game around a 7.5, but that's not including the back-to-back factor in this game. And for this game, I have this game projected around 230.5. I'm actually interested in this over, and I like trying to grab these games where these lines plummet, and then you go ahead and grab the over. And I think I'm interested in doing that here. Now, granted, I have no interest in the Hornets whatsoever, even though there's value on them here. I see no value with, or I really don't want to make a move on the Hornets. Hornets team total is a 108. The only problem is they've only done that one of their last 4 games and 2 of their last 7. Put up more than 108 points. But I at 227.5, I'm interested in this over here in this game. And this could be a tricky spot for the Lakers. Let me see. Do they have another? Yeah. Oh, this is a really tricky spot. This is a trap spot for the Lakers potentially here. This is the last game of their road trip where they were. This is their 6th game of a road trip where they were in Golden State, then Houston, Atlanta, Boston, New York, and they finished in Charlotte after 2 big wins against 2 of the hottest teams in basketball. Now they get the Hornets, and you know where they go next?
Where?
Back to Crypto Arena to play the Denver Nuggets.
Oh,
this is a look-ahead spot if I've ever seen one. Now the ultimate question is, do I want to bet the Hornets? I don't trust them to cover the 11.5. I don't. That being said, I think defense could be optional in this game, and I'm going to ask the Hornets to score 108 points for me tonight. I'm going to be on the over. I'm going to be on the Hornets team total over 108, and I'm going to be on the over 227.5. That's how I'm going to play this game.
I want nothing to do with it. I'm not going to touch this game. I'm not laying the points with the Lakers. Obviously, you mentioned the trap spot there. And I'm not really interested in going after the Hornets. I don't trust the Hornets enough. Yes, you mentioned it's a good spot for them. That does not mean I need to go after them. So, no, this is going to be a stay away spot for me. No, thank you. So, there you go. Love seeing OKC and the Utah come back huge yesterday. Had them both. There you go. That's always nice to see some comebacks. Especially I had the Jazz yesterday, so that was nice for sure. Not laying points with the Lakers. No, the Lakers are doing well with or without LeBron and AD, like the Lakers. I'm not laying 11.5 points there. Now,
would it surprise you to see either of them sit tonight? Last game of a road trip, you're playing the Charlotte Hornets.
I don't know. They've been sitting a bunch lately. I don't know.
Both of them can sit, and they'd still win this game.
Probably. There's a good chance that could happen. Great, happy 2024. Welcome, Michael B. Sounds good, dude. Sounds good. Let's jump into the next game.
Yeah, where we have the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Sacramento Kings. The Cavaliers minus 4.5 point favorites, total 235 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history here in this spot between Sacramento and Cleveland, where we have Cleveland. They opened up here at a 3.5. It got up to a 7 at one point, and it's come back down to a 4.5. So we still have a line move towards the Cavaliers, but it was a much bigger line move earlier in the line. Line opened up at a 230. It's up to a 235 now. So a big move towards the over in this game. We have 87% of the tickets and 85% of the cash is on the under, though, in this game. I wonder how much of that's come in on the 235, though, because let me take a look here. I want to see if this got up to a 235.5, and then once it hit up to that, it got hammered. I want to see if I'm re-clicking the line history here. No, it's just moved straight up. It really hasn't had any buyback. One time it went from 232 to 231.5, but went right back up to 232.5, and it's kept on moving up. So big money on the under, but yet the lines keep moving up, which may keep me off that. But I'm trying to figure out if I can go up against these big line movements of like 4 or 5 points and catch the other side. 60% of the tickets and 90% of the cash on the Cavaliers, and the lines moved towards them since the opening line. My number for this game was Cavaliers around a 4.5, 5 point favorite. So I think that line's about correct on the side. And I have this game around a 231.5 on the total. So I think the opening line was about right. And this line has moved too much. So I do lean under in this game. I don't think I can get involved with it, though, seeing how much money is actually on the under. And there's been no buyback on the under. So it's a pass for me. I lean under. That's the only way I can look in this game.
I mean, is there a hotter team in the league right now than the Cleveland Cavaliers? And it's a team that I mentioned. Watch out for the Cleveland Cavaliers to make a run in the Eastern Conference. If I want to put down futures actually. Let's see what they are. Let's go over to bet on that line. I want to take the Cleveland Cavaliers to win the East and I'll take a sprinkle on them to win it all in general. NBA futures, NBA playoff specials, seeding to make playoffs. No, NBA. Where's just NBA futures? There's just divisions. I don't want division stuff. Although Cleveland Cavaliers to win their division is plus 175. They're against the Milwaukee Bucks. So that's kind of interesting. I don't know. I couldn't find that, but I want to take the Cleveland Cavaliers to win the East, win the NBA Finals, take a shot with them as a dark horse. With the way that they've been playing, I think it's definitely worth the shot with them. As for this game, I'm not going to lay the points here. I'm just going to stay off of this one, but it is a lean towards the Cavaliers. Cavaliers to win the finals are 50-1, and then Cavaliers to win the Eastern Conference are 16-1. So there you go, 16-1, 50-1 for them to win it all on Bovada.
Not a bad look.
I don't think they care. Me personally, they get the win, no cover. How about over in the Laker game? I don't know about the over in the Laker game. This slate sucks. I agree. Good show. Appreciate it. Love the breakdown on games. Appreciate that, Michael. Cavs. I would have to take the minus the 4.5, but the line has moved from 5.5 to 4.5, so I don't know. Cavs -5. Cavs -8. My special number for them. I don't hate that. I don't. If you're going to go after them, have them to win by big. Celtics trifecta. Somehow I knew that was coming from Nasty Nate. Celtics second quarter. I could see that. Oh, well, yeah, that hit as well last night. Good job. Let's jump into this one, Nick.
Yeah, Golden State Warriors and the Brooklyn Nets. The Golden State Warriors are the Nets 2-point favorites in this game, total 237.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this one, where it opened up with Brooklyn at a 3-point favorite. It got all the way down to a -1 at one point. It got back up to a -3. It's back down to a 1.5. So we've had kind of like a seesaw, but a line move towards the Golden State Warriors here in this game. Line opened up at a 236.5. It's up to 237.5. So we've had a slight line movement towards the over 1 point. Then we have had a little bit of a line movement towards the Warriors. 73% of the tickets and 95% of the cash is on the Warriors in this game. 11,300 tickets in. 85% of the tickets and 82% of the cash on the over, which explains the line move towards the over here in this spot. My number for this game, I have Brooklyn as a 1-point favorite. I think this line's about correct. As for the total in this game, I have this one projected around a 234 area in this one. The market move towards the over is going to keep me off the under. So this is going to end up being a pass game for me. No interest in the spot.
I almost decided to go Nets here. The Nets have looked a lot better as of late. I will give them that. This is a team that's been covering, which is really good to see for them. They've won 3 out of their last 4 after really struggling to get anything done for like a month. So this Nets team, I'm not going to say they're back on track because they're still 8 games under 500. They've been really struggling. But this team seems to be doing a little bit better now against a Warriors team that, sorry, Marcos, is not good. Coming off of a loss to Atlanta, which is not a good loss. I would look Nets in this game, but not enough for me to really want to go after anything.
Fair.
Fishy line, leaning Nets money line. I don't really see it as a fishy line because both teams suck. Nicholls State -7.5. I think that was who does Nicholls have? Let's see, it's down to 5.5, and they're against Northwestern State. I think I would kind of lean the opposite direction, but obviously I didn't bet it. Can't wait till see what Trent's on. Wouldn't be surprised if Warriors win but pass. That's fair. 2 games left, Nick.
Yeah, and one thing I just got a notification on Twitter for. And I mentioned this during the first game we talked about. I wouldn't be surprised if we see backup goaltenders in that Rangers game. Jonathan Quick is projected to start for the Rangers tonight. There you go. And I wouldn't be surprised if
they really are soft.
Huh?
Man, the hockey players are really soft if they have to sit after playing 10 minutes.
No, I wouldn't say that, but also they don't load manage. But that's beyond the point. The Clippers are 3-point road favorites against the Atlanta Hawks. Total 242.5 in this game. Feels like a short line here. Let's get into it here. Clippers opened this game up at a 4.5. It's down to a 3. So we've had a move towards these Hawks. And the line opened up at a 246.5. It's down to a 242. So we've had a 4.5-point line movement towards the under in this game here as well. 54% of the tickets and 49% of the cash is on the over in this game. 46% of the tickets, 51% of the cash on the under. 7,900 tickets in. We have 66% of the tickets and 87% of the cash is on the Hawks in this game. We got a little bit of a public dog here with the Atlanta Hawks in this spot. Granted, only about 8,000 tickets in. 7,900, 8,000 tickets in. And then 26% of the tickets and 94% of the cash on the money line here for the Hawks. My projected line for this game here was the Clippers around a 5.5. I see value with the Clippers in this spot here. And would I be going up against a market move? Yeah. I lean Clippers in this game if I had to take a side in this one. And I do have this line around a 240.5. So I think this line's about correct in this spot here. It would be Clippers or nothing for me. Clippers -3. I think they should take care of business in this game. But I'm tempted on the Clippers. I am. It looks like the public is on the Hawks, which the line move for the Hawks was basically immediate. It wasn't really, and it's kind of stayed put since then, hasn't it? It opened up at a 4.5, and within 2 hours it went down to a 3. So we'll see. I lean Clippers in this game. I can only look Clippers in the spot.
I couldn't really look anywhere in the spot. If anything, for me, it would be a look towards Atlanta. You got a Clippers team that's been really good. They're not far off the top team of the West right now. And Atlanta, they're coming off of a nice win, but like, is it really worth enough to want to warrant them being the spread being this close? I don't really think so. This one's kind of a look towards Atlanta in this game. And just because I don't think the Clippers should be that small of a favorite. So I would lean Atlanta in this game. But I'm not going to get to it. I'm a lot happier with my one play today.
Yeah, one thing I did notice here too that is going to keep me off the Clippers. This is the last game of a 7-game road trip for them as well. They opened up the road trip on January 26th. They went to Toronto, Boston, Cleveland, Washington, Detroit, Miami, and then they finish out in Atlanta before they head home and play in 2 days against the Pelicans at home. So
there you go. I'm not really going to be bothered with all that. Road Warriors are still Road Warriors. Poop. Will Nets look ahead to Mavs tomorrow? They shouldn't. Hawks money line. It would be a lean that way for me. I'm betting Hawks. Sorry, Clips. You don't have to apologize. NHL players, NBA players. Sorry, Timmy. Whatever. Oh yeah, I forgot. Thank goodness hockey is back and basketball only was meh. Hey, we're not that far away from baseball starting back up. That's all that matters. Their last road game. Yeah, last road trip. Last game of the road trip. Yep. Capella is out today. The over. It could be an over spot. I agree. Clippers. The Hawks are still aren't that good at home. Don't let the fool's gold of them beating the Suns and Warriors in beginning. No, I'm not really. I wouldn't be as worrying about that. It's fantastic to be here. Appreciate that, real deal. We get to go to this crap game to end the card.
The Pelicans are 11.5-point favorites against the Raptors. Total 230 in this game. And let's take a look at the line history in this spot here, where we have the Pelicans. They opened up as 8-point favorites, and it's gone up 3.5 points. Line opened up at a 235.5. It's down to a 230. So a massive drop towards the under, 5.5 point drop towards the under. And we have a move towards the Pelicans as well in this one here. We have 72% of the tickets, 99% of the cash is on the under in this game. 92% of the tickets, 99% of the cash on the Pelicans. So 6,000 tickets in, but we know why the lines are moving the way they are. My projection for this game was a 7 for the Raptors, which that opening line I thought was about right, and the line now I don't think is right. And then as for the total in this game, I have this game projected around 229. So even with the massive line move down, I kind of agree with the line move down here in this spot. So it's just going to end up being that Charlotte game for me, and I'm going to have an early night because my latest game starts at 7:30. I want to say with that Hornets game. So that is it for me. That is only the one card, only the one game that I doubled up on tonight for the NBA.
Yep, that's all I got today. Is I just got the one spot, the Philadelphia 76ers. That's it. I have no interest in this game either. And I'm trying to bet games, but at the same time, I'm trying not to overload my card to the point where I'm losing. I feel like when I have been doing it this way, it's one of the reasons why I've been kind of successful in the NBA to start the year, is not going and betting every single game. And I like the Sixers today. That's all I like today. I'm not laying 11.5 points with the Pelicans. It would be a lean towards the Raptors but the only reason I'm staying off the Raptors, they just played an overtime game yesterday where they blew a big lead. But so I'm not going to touch them either. So this one's a complete stay away. Just sticking to the Sixers today in the NBA. Yeah, 2 overtime last night gave me -15. I really couldn't care less. Second half Raptors fatigue could be. The Raptors double overtime. You can only go Pelicans here. Not sure about the point. Yeah, I'm not laying 11.5 points. That's why I said if I'm betting anything, it is the Raptors. But I'm not betting it. So that is all of the games for today. So we'll go ahead and we'll quickly. We don't really need to recap. I like the Sixers today. Check out all the links in the description below. YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. If you guys are interested in becoming members of the channel, you guys can sign up for that too, $5.99 a month. I believe there's 10 of you guys who are getting our plays every single day. I will be posting out that card when we get done with the show because I'm waiting for Nick to put up hockey, I believe still. Yes, Nick needs to put up hockey, and then we'll be good to go for all of that.
I'll do that after the show, yeah.
So for me today, it's Philadelphia. And, I mean, we already talked about the college basketball. Kansas State, and Miami. They're also part of my balling out. So all that linked there. Nick, go ahead.
Yeah. I'm on Charlotte team total over 108 and the full game over 227.5. And then in the NHL, I'm back in the New York groove. New York Rangers -115, New York Islanders +135. And that is my entire card for today. So another light card for me, but glad to see hockey back.
There you go. We'll go ahead and back to the chat real quick. Howard, Norfolk State, Kansas State. Good luck. Rangers puck line, Islanders reverse puck line, and then Pro Skezov
starting for the Avs. Is that confirmed or? Because I didn't see anything pop up saying Prosvetov, but I said don't be surprised if you see backup goaltenders tonight in the Colorado New York game. Also, we have our most probables with Sorokin and Samsonov. So we have the battle of the Ilias in that game.
There you go. That's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll be back tomorrow with another one. Good luck, guys. And as always, let's go Sabres.